to talk about the kind of historic nature of this film, the fact that we haven't seen this type of story before. Like, does that weigh on you? How do you take that in?
How do I take it in? I'm appalled that we didn't know this story, but I'm delighted that it's out there now, and in the hope that people will want to explore more and say, well, what are the other stories that we don't know about? You know, even if people come in because they think, oh, this looks beautiful, this looks intriguing, and then they'll find that there's so much more than what's apparently on the surface, you know? And even the hope that it might appear in the school syllabus as, you know, part of the history lessons that are being taught, yes.
It's incredible to be able to tell a story that could possibly change the way that we view history, you know? I mean, it's a real privilege.
And a little film history as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to get superficial for a second about the costumes.
Right, yeah. That's okay.
How was that for you?
Well, I sort of love it. You know, I know people want to hear the stories of pain, and there can be some pain. But it just means you don't eat so much at lunchtime. But it's worth it for the look and to understand what the conventions of the time demanded and what was appropriate and right, and then to see those things turned on their head and people moving with incredible freedom and like light as air, you know, Gugu's character and the girls, the people on the cusp of modernity, how they are in their gear, so to speak, as opposed to Lady Ashford's of this world and the Mansfields.
Can you tell me who she is, Lady Ashford?
Well, she's a kind of a construct, but she's representative of the old ideas, the old versus the new, social convention, social aspiration, that money and status means everything, and the face you present to the world and keeping things like they are because it served you very well for a very long time. Nothing should change, thank you very much.
But she will pivot
on
a dime.
She's practical, very practical.
She's practical when it comes down to money.
When it comes down to matchmaking her sons, yeah, it's kind of like, oh, well, how black is she? Not so black, maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, were you guys familiar with this story of this mixed race girl being raised in high society before this movie?
Absolutely not. No. I mean, it was fascinating reading it. I mean, particularly because the film and the script uses the usual construct and narratives of like a Jane Austen period drama, but turns every point that you were expecting on its head. I mean, everything, and so it's fascinating. Yeah.
I found myself like kind of in awe. I was fascinated by the story itself because I saw the family really trying. I felt like the family was really trying to do the right thing, but then like society and being judged by society, they were like taking backlash for that. The story itself was fascinating to me.
Yeah, it is.
Well, there's that thing about social conditioning versus instinct, and instinctively the family, they want to protect her and they love her and they want what's best for her, but they know if they just put her out in society that she will be discriminated against. And actually at the end they all break the rules themselves and let her follow her heart and give her what she deserves. Even if she might have a rougher time for it out there, at least you have somebody who is a pioneer in a way, you know.
And talk to me about John and how he fits into this.
Well, John's sort of like, he's a bit of a modern perspective. I always felt like he was a bit of a modern character superimposed into this stuffy, aristocratic world, and beating my head against a brick wall all the time, trying to make them see. But what he is, he's a young kid with big ideals, and he openly says he wants to change the world, and he has to learn throughout the film to use the parameters of society, to use the language that they all understand, that Lord Mansfield teaches him to try and achieve those goals in a more suitable manner.
He leads with his heart.
Yeah, he absolutely, and he's fully in love with her in every way you can be.
Made in Hollywood.